I am so glad to have you back on here. I mean,
I have missed you in
the
a deep way. Like,
yeah, I know. We'll
yeah,
talk
we don't
about
have
that.
to talk about that. We'll
Yeah,
talk about that off screen later. But
quit
deep.
shaking your camera. You're making me ill.
I'm sorry.
Can
I'm
you set
sorry.
it down? No, okay. Oh, there we go. Dude,
Yeah.
the
All right.
wide angle wasn't bad. It's just
It
it was
was a little bit
moving around
much.
a
It was
lot.
a little intense.
Yeah, it's all right though. But no, dude, it's been forever. I remember you came on the audio version, and it was just you and I doing gibberish stuff. And uh,
Doesn't sound
I
like
mean,
us, but
no,
no,
I
it
mean
sounds
we're
100% like
gibberishing right now.
yeah.
But to everyone who
We're
is
gonna
listening and watching right now,
yeah.
this
No,
guy
we're
here
we're
is he is the man, the myth, the Mexican, Josh Childers.
quarter
Quarter
Mix.
quarter Mexican. Yeah, that's enough, dude. That's enough. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't wanna do any of that 23andMe stuff because it just may connect you to some very
Yeah. No, I don't want to.
yeah, maybe some cartels.
Yeah.
Hey, you could be due some money. Do they have life insurance policies in the cartels?
Oh shit! No. Oh my God! What happened?
Okay, we got a man down. He'll be back to answer that question soon. In the meantime, it's just me talking, and I'm not gonna fucking stop. So, I mean, really, I've been watching Boardwalk Empire, and the one of the actors who plays Rothstein, one of the Jewish gangsters, he makes his guys sign insurance policies so that if they die, his goons or whatever, that he gets a payout from the insurance company. It's actually kind of really smart. I just didn't know if any of the other organized crime or drug cartel, whatever, kept up with that. It would seem like a really good way to return on investment, especially if you got, these like know it all, not know it all, but nobody fucking guys. You put a $10,000 fucking, life insurance policy on them, you pay it what, a month or two? He fucking what's the lifespan of one of the dudes that rides the motorcycles in Venezuela or some shit. I wouldn't expect it to be pretty high or, I don't know. It's a good way to get back at the insurance company that's fucking you anyway, because insurance is a goddamn scam. So, man, where am I gonna I'm gonna have to keep on going. We can't get Josh back in here. But no, once he comes back, it'll be a good time because he is my oldest friend. I originally was born not originally. I was born in Chicago, Illinois, Cook County Hospital. What's up? But I only lived there for 6 years of my life, and then ended up moving to Oklahoma. My dad worked for fucking, AT&T at the time, so they put up a plant or some shit in Oklahoma City, and he got sent down there. And then fucking A, here comes Josh, he's back. So we found this neighborhood in, Northwest Oklahoma City, and the first
I'm back.
friend that he's back, and the
I'm back.
first
I'm so
no, it's okay, man.
no.
I just been rambling. I've been
Okay.
rambling.
Yeah. No. I was
Yeah.
trying to stabilize because I don't have, I'm not a professional. So I don't
No.
have, the professional equipment or anything. So I was like, look, I'm going to set my camera up and make it not shaky. And then I dropped it. I fell down. I farted. And
In that or
yeah, it was in that order, 100% that order.
oh, it must have been a good fart because
It was.
it took
And
you a
then
while
it
to
shut
come
off
back.
yeah, my camera was like, you know what? iPhone was like, yeah, we don't need them to see this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Damn.
we're
Well,
good now. So we've got it. Yeah.
welcome
Bless you. Yeah, we've got it stabilized. We're good now. I apologize for the interruption. But yeah, good fun.
we are back.
We are
Was
back.
that is that what, your alarm to tell you to take a shot or something? What the hell is
Shot of
he's
Ozempic.
he's like, I have to maintain a certain amount of blood alcohol level, otherwise I
Shot
just
of
can't.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Like,
Take something. It's
yeah.
time to go. Well, when you came back on, I was just talking out loud about how I moved from Chicago to Oklahoma, and the first friend that I met was you.
I
Um,
remember that day.
and,
I remember
it
that
was
day. It was a good day.
it was fantastic. I was turning 6 years old, and it's Northwest Oklahoma City. I mean, it
I think
wasn't
they call it
really.
Edmond now, but
Yeah, pretty much.
pretty
It's
much
all
fuckers.
the same
Fucking
butthole.
Edmond.
It's
Yeah.
all the same butthole. Except for Norman, which is beautiful and full of fucking non-rapists, you know?
Which I prefer a town with non-rapists.
Yeah. Well, that's just a shot at your OU town. But
I know.
so
I know because Notre
this
Dame
kid,
doesn't rape anybody. Those
well,
Catholics have never raped a person ever.
yeah, prove it.
I think of that.
Other than the movie Spotlight and all those documentaries and everything
Also,
else,
are
prove
you
it.
worried? Are you worried? I
What?
mean, he's got pneumonia and not
Oh
doing well.
god, it's time for a new one, dude. You know what we need? We need a black pope.
Oh my god.
Do
Let's
you
get
know that one of them is, and I hate to say it like that, not one of them, but
one.
there is a there is a black guy that's high in the running to become the next pope, dude, and it
Just
would be
because we have a
they
black
need
in
him.
America doesn't mean we need a bloke. Okay? We don't need everybody to be black all of a sudden. Blacks in
Dude,
America is doing it just
dude,
fine.
Catholicism's coming back around with people. I don't know what it is. It's like a fuck you to I don't know, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
my ex-wife's Catholic, so
I am.
she's evil and can convince anybody to do anything. So
Well, dude, it's based on a cannibalistic fucking idea. I mean,
she
we
ate. She's a man eater. I mean,
you would know, right?
oh, here she comes. Watch out,
What were you, 2, 3
Tiffany.
times
That was a
2
good.
or
That
3
was a
times?
good song.
It was a great song.
That's a really good song. She's a man eater.
So I get down to Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and my choice of friends I mean, this was a time when, like, you had a neighborhood of children, and
Yes.
I don't see that anymore, but, we had the Kellys next door to me. We
Yeah.
had the fucking ignorant ass Hills down at the
The
corner.
Adam Hill, Kyler,
Dude,
or
yeah,
Kyle
dude,
and Jake
yeah,
Taylor.
the Hills. Did you hear the story when the Hills found out that, how many kids were moving in up the road, that the mom had to come up and see what color we were because she heard 9 kids. I mean, we're Catholics, Irish Catholics from
They
Chicago.
lived next door to one Indian, and I mean, we're in Oklahoma, next door to one Indian family, and now she's
Yeah,
got a profile.
yeah.
Like,
Dude, they were bad, they were bad. And then, what was that kid Dustin on the corner for a while, they were
yeah,
kinda white trash. And then there was you in the house, coupled the house it was like the exact opposite of my house.
opposite house of yours. Yes,
Not like these nowadays cookie cutter houses. There's like 3 types of houses only being built right now. You seen that shit?
absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
fucking weird, dude.
yeah. Ours was it was a fucking anomaly.
Yeah.
Like I walked through the house, like this is the exact backwards of my fucking house. I'm like
Like my
that was
kitchen
a weird
shoe.
thing.
And you were one of the only kids that would constantly come inside our house. Like, I don't know if the Kellys were ever allowed in the house other than my birthday.
You know,
Do you remember them in my
I
house?
was basically an honorary Deneen.
You didn't
Uh,
mind getting yelled at by my dad because your dad was kinda like the same.
yeah, the only difference
Or
between my dad and your dad was woodworking while he yelled at us, and and then he was like, "Hey, we're going to mass," and my dad never said that. He never woodworked and never yelled, "We're going to mass," but he was just like, "I don't want any of these fucking people at my house. They're annoying the shit out of me." It's like, all right, that's same vibes, same vibes. It was just it's like I'm trying to be in the garage, just woodworking, and now we have to go to mass. So fuck
Yep,
off. Yes, sir, Mr. Deneen.
exactly.
Well, then you shouldn't have put in an above ground pool and made this the
Right?
North Haven paradise that it is.
The deck and the bathhouse. I
God, that
mean,
was so wonderful.
nobody else in the neighborhood had that. I mean,
No, we had
it
no. I
was a
mean, we
step
signed contracts
it was
like to be like
oh my god.
the greatest things. Yes,
I remember that mom and dad made the kids sign
yeah,
only after because my brother Brian had a kid over for a sleepover, and he fell down our stairs and broke his arm,
yeah.
and then my
He was
parents
always a
got sued.
wild card.
My par my parents got sued for that,
Oh,
and ever since, yeah, and that's why they came out with the contracts. That's how I found out about the word adjacent, because it
next,
said no, you could not jump off of anything adjacent to the pool, and I was like, "What's adjacent mean?" They're like,
next.
"Anything close to or right next to," and I was like,
Yeah,
"That stuck with me forever." I feel so
dude,
smart when I use that word.
it's a good word.
Yeah,
Adjacent. It
I
sounds
learned it
legal.
when I
It's
was
like
fucking
adjacent.
10.
Like
Yeah.
my balls are adjacent to each other,
Yeah,
but
right?
it's
My
like
balls are
legally
adjacent
speaking,
to my inner thigh.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
all
great
three.
word.
Yeah, I remember like riding my bike down the street and Brian just backing out of your driveway and wrecking
Oh,
immediately into the
wait,
mailbox.
hold on. We
I was
gotta
the witness to that, and I was like, "What the fuck is just happening?"
we
I'm
gotta we gotta
12,
backtrack
so
a little bit to that. We
it's too
grew up,
much for my 12-year-old brain.
yeah, that was the day that, that me and my brothers got into this kick for some reason during the summer to break into houses. I mean, I guess people do that or kids do that when they're young. I don't know. I've heard about it. I don't know. So, anyway,
Uh,
we got into this one house, a couple blocks down the road, and it had the lake on their back porch, whatnot.
right.
So we were in there and we found buckets of paint, and I still regret this to this day because it's such a fucking dickhead move. I mean, we could have kicked holes in the walls, whatever. We didn't do any of that. But what we did do was we took these buckets of paint, opened them, and then dumped
Nice.
them out on the back porch on the dock on these ducks. There were ducks under this dock, and we dumped paint on these ducks.
I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they lived. They
That's
had
yeah,
we had dial soap then. I
yeah,
mean, the
yes. I mean, that
Valdez
was
thing
like a
had
big
already,
commercial.
yeah, Valdez has already happened or whatever that oil
Yeah,
thing was, so we knew what
yeah.
to do. But
Chances
on our
are
way,
you made those ducks money
yeah, I
or
mean, they were
dial
beautiful.
money. I mean,
They
you
were
might be owed some commission.
they were beautiful looking ducks. They
I,
looked
I did not. I was not aware that y'all were
so,
dumping
yeah.
buckets of
So
paint.
that's a you didn't yeah, you didn't know we were breaking into houses? I don't guess you never broke into us with them. Like,
No, I was.
there was a dude named Kelly Sanders, my
I
brother
know Kelly
Billy's,
Sanders.
yeah,
I
I don't
don't
oh, fuck,
know.
I'm calling him
Kelly.
out. But
I remember
he got us
Kelly
busted
Sanders.
once.
We went first and last name.
Nobody's listening, it doesn't matter.
Like
That was
I know his phone number. Let's get him on
I
Facebook right now.
I can't remember if we had gotten busted before or after
That was a
the
weird looking kid.
duck incident, because the time with Kelly Sanders, we got taken home in the back seat of a cop car. Like, the cop came around the fucking corner of the house, gun drawn. We were like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
Oh my god, dude. Was this
dude,
like was this after sixth
okay,
grade? Was this like
hold
junior
on.
high?
Let me go back to the duck pond one first. So,
What?
as we're leaving
You
that
were just
house,
acting out because you missed me.
of course,
You
probably.
too.
This may have been after you moved. We'll get to that. So, God damn it, when did we start? Okay,
30 minutes, my boss.
okay.
We're doing 6 hours. Let's
So,
buckle up,
we're
Buttercup. Let's go.
we're coming out of that one house with the
Yeah.
ducks, and we hear footsteps, and we're all looking at each other like, "Wait a second, we're all here. Who the fuck is that?" And instead of running, we're just standing there, like, counting in our minds, like, who the fuck?" And this dude comes down these fucking steps, full beard. "Who the fuck are you?" Oh, and just takes us outside, starts questioning us. We're so dumb, we give him our real fucking phone numbers and names, so that by the time we get home on our bicycles,
Yeah.
I'm spitting, my mother's waiting for us and
I know your mother.
is fucking livid. And of course, Brian, I guess, takes the brunt of it because he's the oldest. Um, and that's at the point where we received a punishment, I guess, that was so bad. He decided he was gonna steal the fucking keys to the station wagon and run away. So, as you're riding up the road to come play, like, let's go play guns or some shit,
Yeah. So it
you
goes in the
see
graveyard.
Brian
Do something fun. Yeah.
You see Brian get in the car and do what?
Immediately back into that fucking mailbox across the street. Like, I mean, just like he was doing it on purpose, like not even try to turn, just straight. Wham! It's like that motherfucker just hit that mailbox like
And
hard.
mind you, this is Oklahoma in the fucking '80s,
Yes.
so they have this thing with brick mailboxes, and I shit you not, it's like
Yeah.
8 by 8 fucking bricks. They build these things with flower pots in them and everything, and it's just
Yeah.
all brick.
It's a huge mailbox. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You cannot do mailbox baseball with these things,
yeah,
but you
no,
really will.
no, yeah. That scene in yeah,
Yeah,
in that movie. But
Stand
yeah,
By Me.
Stand by Me. Yes, where they're just like, yeah, no.
You're not doing that where
he
we
hit
would
he
do it.
hit that shit full on with the car. The car took the brunt of it. I mean, the mailbox was obviously not doing well, but and then he pulls right back into the driveway, and I'm still biking. I'm like paper boy, like on my route. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, you didn't see anything. Like, all right, just keep on going. Like, I did not. I saw everything, but yeah, no. At that moment,
How many fucking how many goddamn gangster movies did my brother Brian watch? Who's maybe like what we were pr I mean, we were all a couple of years apart, so within 4 years away.
he was
He
he was
he fucks up
what,
and sees
12
you
or
and says,
13.
"You
Yep,
didn't
no.
see anything."
I'm just like happy as a clam. Just like, yep, nope, didn't see anything. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it was good times. It was
Yeah,
good times.
so
The
that
80s, just people could wreck into shit. And yeah,
yeah.
you're fine.
Oh, yeah,
Everything's
my
fine.
dad had to rebuild their mailbox. They found my mom and dad found out what happened that day. And, like,
100%
within the
sure.
hour, my sister Beth came home and was like, "Why is the back bumper of the station wagon destroyed and the mailbox in the neighbor's yard just"
Across the street.
yeah, across the street
Like,
directly down.
yeah, this
Well,
doesn't
because
seem.
Brian fucking tried to steal the car because he was afraid of what dad was gonna do to us when he found out we fucked up this house. Yeah, yeah. I don't even remember what dad did to us because I think Brian took all the heat off of me, and I
Yeah.
don't even know if Billy was with us, but yeah.
I think
So
I think your dad was actually kind of happy. He was like, I wanted to remake that mailbox for the last like 3 years. Like, I
he's
hated
seen
that mailbox.
eyesores, yeah,
Yeah,
and one
it
yeah,
gave him a project, which is
yep.
Jim
He
likes a
loves
project.
he loves a great project. That's what's
That's
keeping him
why he
alive.
loves you so much. Is you're the never ending project,
Well, dude, I'm the perfect one, so
not the never ending
he
story.
wants to stick around, see what
Never
happens.
ending project.
So, the second time with Kelly Sanders,
Yeah,
name drop number 2, yeah, we were at a house and we were at a back window, we did the whole trick where you push a little bit and then you push up, you push in and you push up, and if the window's open, it'll and you can go
yeah,
right in, and we didn't do anything in the house, we just run around like a bunch of fucking idiots, but I
butt
guess
stuff with each other,
yeah, yeah, well, no,
as kids will do,
no, you know,
especially from Oklahoma and Chicago.
"What are you doing?" "Nothing, putting stuff
Butt
in my
stuff.
butt."
What are you doing? Nothing but stuff.
No, but before we got the
Stuff.
window open, we broke it, and
Yeah,
this is how dumb we were. We broke the window, and I think Billy cut his finger. We went home, put a Band-Aid on it, and then went back to the house because we were thinking, "Well, the window's broken, it's open now." And this is when the
nice.
cop comes around and fucking gun drawn, and we end up going home in the backseat of a fucking cop car, and, yeah, that's not the first time my mother's seen that, but it was
Yeah.
the first and only time my mother saw me
Oh
come
my
out of
god.
the backseat of the cop car.
So the
So,
amount of times you get in trouble with cops as a young person, especially like in our day, like so
there wasn't shit to do, dude, we lived in fucking
exactly.
Oklahoma.
Well,
What the
I
fuck
was
are we
living
gonna
down
do?
here. When I was living down here, I was in fucking like eighth grade, and it was like 4th of July, and we ended up breaking into this kid's house, and he was with us, Braden Gastineau.
Hold on,
Braden
when you say
Gastineau.
down here, you're in
Down
Texas.
here in Houston, like in the
Okay.
woodlands. So we end up breaking into this kid's house, his own house. Braden Gassman, he's with us because I can't remember why we needed like matches or whatever to set off our fireworks. and we set off the alarm. We didn't know it. So we're like in his front yard, just like setting off fireworks and shit. And the cops come. I'm just like, I'm not running. So I just like immediately dive into the biggest bush that I can find.
Which
And
is the story of your sex life.
exactly. That's exactly 100. But like I'm in a hedge because I'm not going over a fence. I mean, like, yeah, I,
Yeah.
I looked basically like this in eighth grade.
You were
Just
you were always a big kid, but you were never
yeah,
like a
I was
big
I was never scaling a fence. But yeah,
yeah.
no, the
You
cops
you
come
would you
over.
would swim without your shirt on sometimes because you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean titties and whatnot. Yeah, no.
Dude, I
But
got titties now. They're so awesome. Anyway, go ahead, I'm sorry.
the cop comes to the bush I'm hiding in, and he's like, "Come out of there, big boy." It's like you ain't fooling nobody. And I'm just like, oh god, I gotta like roll out of the bush because I can't stand up. I'm like halfway in. It was a hell of a hedge, hell of a hedge, and like I had to like fucking like sausage roll out of that motherfucker, and yeah, and just be like, yeah, I'm sorry, sir. And he was just laughing. He was like, yeah, and I knew right then I wasn't gonna get in
So,
trouble because he was like,
I
oh, we can't arrest this fatty
what did you
pig in a
we need
blanket.
we needed body cams back then.
We
Like,
did, we did.
are kids
Yeah,
not doing the same shit we were doing? I mean, I guess you can't show that footage,
yeah.
if they're underage, but that's
It's
all I wanna see is the idiot
absolutely fucking
shit.
hilarious because they were like, "Yeah, okay, big guy. We know you didn't get over the fence, so
"Hey,
just
fatty in the bush.
just hey,
Pig in the blanket."
yeah, just come
Fucking
on out of there. Just roll your sausage ass out of there." It's like,
it's
okay,
like, this
let's ever
is
just
the
calm down with the fat talk.
this is the easiest arrest
Hey, I'm
ever.
in eighth grade. This is the peak. This is the peak of my physical prowess.
Dude, so okay, I when we were kids, dude, we played all we never called it army. We called it guns.
Guns.
Yeah, you wanna play guns.
Play guns.
Yeah, we
Like I
just run
shot you,
around.
fucker.
Yeah, just stupid
Lay
fun
down and
shit.
count to 10 or whatever we said.
The whole point of that was just it was just hide and seek with
Yeah.
poo-poos and pow-pows. That's all it was.
It was
'Cause
fun as shit, though. It was
dude, yeah,
absolutely fun as
it
shit.
was hide and seek, during the daytime, so that
Yeah.
at night when we
You
played
know what
chase
we called hide and seek at the nighttime, especially
chase
in the
ghost
fall.
in the graveyard.
God, don't make me. I will come right
Dude,
now talking about Ghost
I
River.
wanna start an adult league of, like, Ghosts in the Graveyard.
The greatest game that has ever happened in my life. It
Yeah.
was the most fun thing that I ever did and will ever do. It was
And
so much fun. Like I still have like memories of Ghost in the Grave with like Adam Hill, and it was Oklahoma, so it was like cold during that time of year. And like there were like people were decorated everywhere. There were like bales of hay. Like, I mean, it was oh my god, dude, yeah, Ghost in the Grave.
loving it. It was
Love
pretty much
Ghost in the Grave.
if you listen, it was just chase at night.
Yeah,
There was one person who would sit at the base that was established, which normally was the little lamp post outside of my parents'
yeah,
front porch that my
your
dad ended
porch.
up taking it down because every time we'd play this game, we would come sprinting up and just slap the fuck out of that lamp.
Yeah, but I
So
mean, it was
it,
reverse hide and
he,
seek.
yeah. So it was one person, like, and then everyone else
The
that was playing
ghost.
would go hide. Yeah, and they would go hide, and, that person would come looking, and but did we never use flashlights, did we? I don't
We did
remember.
not. We did not. No, it was just straight up. This was the 80s, dude. It was
Yeah,
like yeah, everybody go hide. And the ghost was fucking looking for them, and we were just like hid all over the neighborhood. And this was back when you didn't have to like worry about like you could just go hide like
behind
in the
somebody's house,
bushes
in their
of yeah.
backyard and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get a sip out of their hose. You're like, I'm
yeah.
parched. Yeah, goes to the graveyard. It's fine. And yeah, nobody was worried.
Ugh.
It was amazing. Just like
That
that's
and
what we
every
did.
that and everyone knew us, because I mean,
Yeah,
we were the kids in the neighborhood, and we were out all the fucking time.
I do.
But
I do think we missed something. Like maybe we should. The Indians that live next to Adam. Maybe we should have invited them out. I'm sure they had like 14 kids.
No, there was only one of them there.
There's no way.
Yes, I knew him. I hung out with them every once in a while. There was only one of them in there. The house smelled weird,
Curry.
which I yeah,
That
it
was
was curry.
Curry.
It was curry. I come to
You didn't
find
know that
out
at
after
the
I
time,
joined
but
the army. Yeah, it was curry. It looked like mustardy inside, that's all I
yeah.
remember. High ceilings. Um, Dad always cut the fucking grass in, long pants, khakis, and a collared white shirt and a mask. Remember that?
20 years, 30 years, fucking
Yeah.
30 years
It
before it
was
was
like
a
he
thing.
was in his
Yeah.
Sunday best, and
Yeah.
we bought a Hyundai off them. Anyway, uh, we're getting off track. We're back to Ghosts in the Graveyard, the greatest fucking game ever played by children.
Yeah.
Um, so everyone goes out and hides, and then one person is the ghost, and they're walking around, and when they spot you, they say, "Ghost in the
That was a
graveyard."
great guy.
Yeah, and they come sprinting at you, and they
Yeah.
have to go tag you, and that's when everyone gets up. They have to make a decision to
Yeah.
either run for the fucking base once one person gets spotted, or they can stay still if they're, like, too close to the other, like, ghost
Yeah.
and could be tagged, you can do the option. Because
Best game ever. Best
yeah,
game.
because the person who's searching, like, will chase whomever all the way to the base, and if that
Yeah.
person makes it, they count the people. Okay, there's 4 people here. There's still 3 people out there, and they can go search for them. And at this point, any one of those ghosts in the graveyard can get up and sprint towards the base. They can't do it at the beginning, remember?
Right.
That
Right.
that, the whoever the seeker is has to spot someone before it gives
Yeah. Otherwise, you could just yell "Ghost in the Graveyard" and
it's
then
like a one
everybody starts running.
Mississippi,
Yeah.
2 Mississippi kinda
Yeah.
thing.
It is.
One yeah, once the Mississippis are over, you can fucking get up and go whenever.
Yeah.
And it oh, dude, that's why we were so fucking fast as kids. We were just fucking just sprinting in
Exactly.
the dark over
Yeah.
these big ass curbs that they had in Oklahoma. Remember the size of those curbs?
They're
Yeah,
very large.
they
Very large.
spray paint your fucking address on them
Yeah.
so that the
Yeah.
freaking fire department knows where to come when the tornado hits your house.
Yeah.
But
They're like, there used to be a house here. I can
yeah.
see by the curb.
Yeah, because you know what? If you put the fucking numbers on your fucking house, the
It's
tornado
gone.
takes them
It's
away.
gone.
You
Yeah.
spray paint them on the
Especially
goddamn
if
curb.
you live in Moore,
Yeah.
they're coming for you. It's been a while, Moore. This May, hey, so everybody just watch out more. Yeah, and that,
Duh.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
how much do you think tornado insurance is and more?
It's probably pretty damn high. I don't even know if that's the thing. They're probably like, look,
Well, how's
got you
like,
covered for
I mean,
everything else other than tornadoes.
property tax on something and more would be, I would think more because more.
More.
Hey, look at me. Because it's Tornado Alley, dude. That's where it all
Right.
crisscrosses. More gets fucked up every goddamn year.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
LA, like mudslides or, flood tax, that
Or
kind of
burning.
yeah, burn tax. They know what's coming. They
Yeah,
can expect
they deserve it. It's LA. No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't
yeah.
know. It's
So
not their fault.
we had
Maybe
a we had a great childhood, and then
we did.
you decided to pack up and fucking move to
I
Texas on
did.
me.
It was my
What grade was
decision.
that?
I talked my parents into it. I was like, you know what? I think I'll just do better in Houston. I would like to sweat 17 months out of the year. Please, nonstop. Like I would like my balls to never not be sweaty for the next 37 years. And they were
How's
like,
that
cool.
going for you? Okay.
Yeah, that part is 100% on. They have not stopped sweating 37 years. I don't even know how low I am right now, but yeah, balls still sweaty. It's
So
yeah, no, it was awful. It was terrible.
so you
I liked Oklahoma.
yeah, dude, we loved you. Like, and I hate to say it like we, because I've never considered myself an Okie. I've fought off that accent as hard as I can.
I know.
I've moved back with my sisters in Chicago during the summer once, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
uh
no, I always think of it like when I talk to other like people from Oklahoma. Like I've lived in Texas for whatever 30 something years, and I always say the same thing. I'm just like, yeah, I won't let Texas claim me. And I always think of you. I'm like, That's
The
like
fucking
Johnny.
heck?
That's like Johnny's like lived in Oklahoma for a long time. He's like he will never be a fucking Okie. You know, he's just like he's always just Johnny.
A
So you
fucking
know, Johnny
and
fucking the need is not an Okie.
absolutely, I'm gonna cut that and put it in the fucking short. But yeah, look at the hat you're wearing. So
Oh
you
yeah,
go down you
it's
go
I
down to
got all
Texas. You go down to Texas, you graduate high school, you go to college, right?
yeah.
Where'd you go to college?
University of Houston.
Houston.
Yeah,
Okay. Did you play sports there?
I did. I practiced sports. I don't know if you could call it playing. I
What team?
practiced a lot of football.
You okay. You were
So
on the football team at University. You have U of H before they were good.
yeah, this was Ken Helton. Like it was shitty U of H. Like for real. Like we went to Michigan. I think we lost like 63 to like three something. I mean, and we were like, oh,
But
sweet,
Josh, you're
scored
on the
three.
team.
Well, I mean, kind of like
You
I was
traveled with the team.
once or twice.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what position are you playing there?
So I was every offensive lineman. Like if every other offensive lineman was hurt, I'd have made it in the game at one of those positions. They'd been like, all right, before
So
you put the
you're
wide receivers. Now I played in college. I was like both guards and center. I wasn't
okay.
tall enough to be a tackle, apparently, even though that's what I played. Uh, yeah, they were like, no, only large black people can be tackles. I was like, well, okay, well, that's kind of
Dude,
ruled me out.
there's a bit that, like, you could put together, like, an NFL winning championship team based on race, and then, like, it's kinda funny because it used to be easy to do, and then now it's, like, all muddled, and it's not
Yeah,
to be racist or anything, it was just always funny because it'd always be like, "You need an all-black defensive line." That's what's gonna yeah. You need an
absolutely.
all-white offensive line, or at least a white center and a white tight end and all that other shit, but I don't wanna get into that. So
I will say, like when I came back from coaching at Allen. All right, so Allen, I was coaching up at Allen when they won three straight state championships, and Kyler Murray was the quarterback, and yeah, it
wait, hold on,
was
hold on, hold on, hold on. This is while you're in okay, you graduate from college and you're coaching? You're teaching?
much later. Like this was
Okay,
in 2008,
okay.
2009 to 2013. Yeah, I mean, I had some shitty jobs in between, and I was like,
Dude, we
I
all
want to
have
be a
to go
teacher. I want to be. I went to basically I had a shitty sales job, and I went to a Mexican food place, and it was in May, and like the end of the school year, and there was like a table full of fucking teachers that were just like hanging out and just like getting hammered. I was like, I want to be that. Those motherfuckers so
I can
happy.
do
And yeah, and 100%. I got alternative certification, became a teacher the next year, and I taught for 15 years. I think it was fucking wonderful. And yeah, I was in Allen.
but hold on, I just wanna point out that I've seen some of your Facebook posts about your former players talking about you, and you were an amazing coach while you were coaching football there. So, we'll get to that in a minute. So, thank you for doing that
I
for those
was
young men.
beloved. I was
Yeah.
beloved. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, well, I'll put stars above your head and shit. Let's go.
I think yeah, no, I was a good coach. Like, you know, like I'm a player's coach. Like you know, I get into it and yeah, it's the best job ever. I mean, just fucking like hang out and like coach these motherfuckers. It's fucking great.
So
I can't
so you
remember what story I was telling.
you saw the I got you, that's why I'm here. You saw the teachers and you're like, "That's what I wanna do," and so you get your teaching
Yeah,
degree.
then I became yeah, I got my alternative certification, became a geography teacher. So that's why I know a lot about geography. And when
Hell yeah.
that subject comes on Buffalo Wild Wings, nailing all that shit. It's good stuff. It was good times. I need to grab a beer. So everybody just calm
Yep,
down. All right. Don't go
brother,
anywhere.
I got you. Go do
Don't
your
go.
thing.
Oh
Yep,
God. I had to stand up.
because what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is holy cow, do you is your camera, like, follow you? Because
I
that
hope
is
not. Did it? Did it follow me? Is
yeah,
that
it's, like, going backwards and forth. I'm seeing your bed right now. Oh my god. What is that? Is that a fan? Is that a dual fan?
That's fan slash dildo.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you put it up your butt? It feels good and airs it out at the same time.
that's you 100% need that.
Yeah.
It is a thing. It should be. If it's not a thing, we should invent it. A fan
Dude,
dildo.
you can invent anything nowadays. I tried to come up with a, like a database for people that own a shitload of DVDs, and you can just upload it, and then people can subscribe to your catalog,
Yeah,
because like, who wouldn't wanna know what some famous person's, personal DVD collection looks like?
that's pretty awesome.
Like, and
That
then
is
they can
a
just yeah, it's like getting to look into somebody's My List on whatever streaming device is pretty much what it is.
that sounds
But
fantastic.
I like the
Also,
DVD.
I still have this.
Yes, open it up. I like the idea of the DVD upload because DVDs back in the day used to put up, uh, director commentary and all this
Yeah,
other shit that streaming devices cut away from.
yeah.
You don't get that anymore.
We did lose that when we
Like,
went
I
to like just Netflix was like fuck the DVDs. We're just doing this all online. We did
Mhm,
lose like the commentary. Like I've watched The Office, like every episode of The Office,
yeah.
17,000 times. But like I still have all the Office DVDs, and yeah, I haven't watched them in a long time. But
And look what they're coming out with now. They're, like, coming out with The Office super episodes bullshit, like, all that is the stuff that was on the DVDs.
yeah,
Like, they're just
absolutely.
yeah, man, okay. We've gotten through our childhood. We've talked about how long we've been friends, even though, like, there was, like, a big gap there, and I'm so happy that, we were able to, link back up. Thank you, Zuckerberg. I guess that's the only thing I can thank him for.
Weird to say, but yeah.
Yeah, it was, dude, it really was. It was Facebook. Dude, thank you so much for doing this again, and I love you, bro. Dogs and cats. I know you're a cat person, right?
I'm a both person,
Okay.
but yeah, no, I just happened to adopt a fat cat. That was the last pet I owned. Just happened to be. It was so it spurns from my knee injury, and it was literally the first time that I got myself out of the house after like I ruptured a patella tendon. It wasn't like a meniscus. It wasn't some bullshit faggy. That's a knee injury that some of you bitches have. This was like my fucking patella tendon was up.
He got hit by a fucking tree.
Yeah, my kneecap was in my thigh, and I walked around with that bitch without a kneecap for like 3 months because I was like, "Fuck that shit." No, rub some dirt on it; it'll be fine. Apparently, that doesn't work all the time.
Stop.
So
Fuck you, Peyton Manning, for saying that. He led us to believe for like 8 years that if you rub some dirt on it, you'd be okay.
you'll be fine. Yeah,
Now
yeah.
he's
I was
selling us
like, yeah,
Papa John's. Fuck you.
just
But go ahead.
walk it off, be a man. Yeah, but yeah, no. When you rupture your patella tendon, that's they need to like really do some surgery on that shit. So yeah, they eventually like I go to the doctor and they pull it back down and drill the holes in my kneecap and hook wires into it. It was a whole thing. But yeah, so it was like, and they told me, they were like, look, for 8 weeks, don't move your leg. It's like, holy shit. Okay. You just want to just like numb it up? I'm like, is there 8 weeks of just drugs we can just pump into this motherfucker? Like, what if I sneeze and accidentally move it?
Are
They're
you
like, yeah,
sitting
no,
this
try
entire
not to.
time?
I wish, but no, they were just like, don't try to move your leg for like 8 weeks. And I was like, all
So
right,
you're bed so you're bedridden for 8 weeks.
yes, yeah.
Are
And
you eating just anything, or are you
I had
trying
a
to
lot of
maintain
Whataburger because,
Oh my god, it's so
yeah,
good.
it was. I mean, what do you like? My girlfriend felt bad for me. She was
Oh
like,
my god.
"Can I bring you anything?" I was like,
Oh
"Like
my
a
god.
A1 thick and hearty."
I want you to go risk your life at 1 o'clock in the morning to go give me Whataburger in
It's like,
Houston,
yeah,
because 'cause you're probably gonna take a bullet. If not, you're gonna
yeah,
get a great
100%.
fucking burger.
I need some taquitos.
Those places were constantly getting robbed, but go ahead. Sorry.
They were.
Still are, still are.
I know, right? It's not a safe
Yeah,
location.
no,
I had a guy that was like, "Hey, you want to work at Jack in the Box, 24-hour open?" I was like, "No, not really."
no, you're gonna get robbed.
Like, yeah,
So, you're you're laid up. We're getting off track. You're laid up. You can't even move your legs for 8
right,
weeks.
right.
This woman's feeding you Whataburger.
I know, fat me up. I mean, this
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel situation, basically. But no, like our first trip out of the house, we go to a restaurant that we love, and I'm in the back of her Forerunner like luggage because
Oh my
but
god.
it's the first time we're out, and
How hold on. How fucking just, depressing does that feel to just be laid up in the back of a truck? Like, the front seat's wide open, but you're in the back because you're a
yeah,
fucking
because my
cripple,
legs still
and
and
she's driving. How
he's
small is your
driving.
dick? How huh? Yeah,
It's as small as usual.
yeah,
It is
but
smaller,
smaller, dude,
a
like, come on, like,
little bit smaller. I
I
mean,
wouldn't even wanna go out in public, but you're a better man.
well, and then so like on the way home, her daughters are like, "Hey, can we go to by the mall and go to the pet store?" I'm like, "Fuck no, dude. No, we can go to PetSmart. That's the best I can offer." So we go to PetSmart, and there's this giant fucking cat that's like in the cat section of PetSmart. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And yeah, the sales lady does a great job. She's like, everybody just wants to pet her because she's so big and blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm about to fucking adopt this cat. And
How mu
yeah,
how many painkillers are you on?
oh, so many.
Okay.
Yeah, so many. Yeah, dude.
There's
I am
an
just like,
influence here.
yeah, like I
There's
am
an influence here, like,
so
oh,
many,
pets and
so many.
pets and painkillers go
Yeah,
together so
yeah.
well.
And you see there's I'll send you pics, but there's pictures of me like my leg like in a sling, and I'm like still like petting this cat, and this cat's looking at me like, yeah, let's go. And this giant fat cat. And anyway, I end up adopting this fucking pet. Like I was like, all right, well, if nobody adopts her by the end of the day, then we'll get her. And I was like, obviously somebody, yeah, no, nobody adopted her. I ended up with this fucking giant fat cat. Oh my god, yeah, but no, it was
Okay.
100% hydrocodone.
So my going back to my original question.
Oh, I forget.
Yeah. No, I never got to it.
Oh, my
We started talking about your cat.
yeah,
Um,
hydrocodone.
I had an idea the other day, and I thought that there's dog and cat beef, right?
Yeah,
And that's in every aspect of music and art, whatever. Do you think it's because of humans? Because if a human dies in a house, a cat will eat it. But if a human dies in a house, a dog won't. It'll actually be kind of loyal to it or defend it.
I've
And
heard
I was
that.
like, I don't know. I was in the garage getting, a little bit high. I was, because I have cats and dogs. I've got a dog at my door right
Yeah,
now, whining and crying. But I was like, do you think the beef is because humans? Because if cats will fucking eat you and dogs won't. And I don't know. Had an
I
idea
think
in my
it
head.
goes back to um,
I'm not
literally
doing coke. I have an itchy beard.
like there's so many types of cats. Like we didn't domesticate cats because they're like I mean we did some, but like there's just
They're
so
the
many of
most
them.
they're the
Like
most
dogs,
dangerous
there's
animal
like
on the
there's a
planet.
wolf.
They have killed off more species than humans.
Yeah,
They are the most dangerous
yeah.
animal on the planet.
Cats are fucked. I mean, they're
Yeah,
like there's so
fucking
many of them. There's
monsters.
I mean like even look like you've got a tiger, you've got a lion, you've
You
got
got a
bobcat,
liger,
you've got fucking
you got
you've
ligers,
got leopards,
you
cheetahs.
got pumas.
Cats are all over.
People
We had
believe
wolves.
pumas exist. Pumas exist.
I don't even know what a fucking puma is.
It's a
Like a
Thundercat.
mountain lion, basically.
It's the mechanic in the Thundercat cartoons. His name is
No, that
he's a
that's
puma.
Panthro.
Oh,
Right?
he's the Panther. Oh, he's the Black Panther. Oh,
That didn't make him the
but he is the black guy, isn't he?
yeah, yeah, he's 100% the
He's the
black guy.
black guy turning wrenches,
Yeah,
Panthro.
Jethro.
Yeah.
Chitara was hot as fuck. But
Oh
no,
my
I mean, like, yeah,
god.
see, nobody talk. You have a wolf and a dog. Yes, there's a shit ton of species of
Yeah.
dogs, but no, but there's wolf and dog. Like,
Wolf and dog.
okay, dingo. I mean, you've got like what
They eat babies.
four varieties of like wild dogs, like, and like one of them is called like a
Dude,
wild
the
dog.
whole continent of Australia is a fucking nut house anyway. Dude, it was built on,
Yes.
like, what are they? Convicts and God knows what else. Hold on. I listened to a podcast lately. It was, the the tragedy of the Bativa, and it was a ship that, was part of the Dutch each on e the
East
Dutch
India
yeah,
Trading
India,
Company.
yeah, trading company.
Yeah.
We're a horrible fucking company. Horrible fucking company, like, worse than America ever did. Um, and the British had one too. But anyway, 2 of the first people ever to it 2 of the first inhabitants, white inhabitants of Australia were from that ship, and some bad, horrible shit happened on that stuff, and yeah, so Australia's a shithole.
Yeah,
Look,
Australia.
alright,
Well,
alright.
everything in Australia is actively trying to murder everything else in Australia.
We're gonna go straight into topics now. We'll do
Did
topics.
you do you know what a cassowary is?
The cat that's where I put things
Cassowary.
is it's a
Cassowary is a giant blue demon turkey that lives in Australia. It's basically like a velociraptor, but it's alive.
they're blue.
They're blue and they're like 7 foot tall, and they have
Dinosaurs are real, bro.
talons. Yeah, it's messed up. Cassowary. We talked about that a lot in my geography class because I always talked about Australia because I was like, Australia's a fucking shit show.
It is. I
Yeah,
don't know why people like it. It sucks.
I don't know. Crocodiles and
It's Antarctica, but not ice.
I will 100% go to Antarctica right now over Australia. Both of
Dude,
them are like 30-hour flights, so I'm not going to either because I'm big and I don't like planes. I
there's
don't
a
want to. I
lot.
don't want to deal with a fucking seatbelt extension.
Just airdrop me over Antarctica like the blob.
Like fucking a Dumbo drop.
I need a
Drag
shed
me
full of
down.
booze and beef,
Drag me in the
motherfucker.
bottom of the plane.
Yeah, and then access to my own personal catalog of DVDs.
Dude, every time I go on a plane, though, I do steal the seatbelt extender because I don't want
You should
to.
steal the fucking seat for how much they're charging you. I won't get on a plane nowadays, dude. I'm telling you that.
I
Like,
do it like just in case other fatties. I'd be like, "Hey, here's a seatbelt." I don't know if that's a. I think that's probably a federal crime. You're not allowed to steal from an airplane. It's a.
hey, yeah,
Hey, let's. You know
that's
what? Let's. I
independently
don't.
owned.
That was actually a joke. FAA.
No, you can steal from an aircraft. It's fine because that is independently owned. The skies and the rules are governed by federal.
Okay,
It's like a bank kind
and
of
they're
shit.
not doing a great
It's the
job
bank
of
of the
it. I
sky. No,
mean,
it's
motherfuckers' planes is
whatever.
falling out of the sky. Like, I mean, Kobe, what?
Yeah, God's like missing. um,
All right,
but
so the topics. Yeah.
yeah, in 2022, an Irish woman named Kara Clark was hospitalized with severe stomach pain and required an appendectomy after admitting to holding in farts for years from her boyfriend, which caused a buildup of gas leading to a serious infection. She went internal sepsis on gas, dude.
Yeah, I googled this because I was like, all right, I need
That
to do my due diligence. I need to learn something about this because like I don't, I mean, not for years, but like just at least at the start, I understand it. I mean, my last girlfriend, Stacy, I would wait till she went to the bathroom to fart and whatnots.
you're because you're a fucking gentleman.
Thank you. I know
Yeah.
I'm an
And where is
aristocrat.
she
Going,
now?
I don't
bitch.
know what the hell. I mean, but like for years, that's fucked up. It's like, how do you even do that? Like, how do
It
you even
comes
qualify? How do you quantify that? Like, you haven't
the
farted in years. I mean, you haven't let one slip.
the problem is that when you hold them in like that, they come out in other ways. It comes out through your pores, it comes out through your breath. It has to come out somehow. If you don't release that gas, because that gas is naturally produced by the bacteria in your lower intestine. If
Right.
you do not express it through your butthole, guess where? It's gonna seep through your fucking body. So
I don't know
maybe
why farting
was
through
she
my
not
pores just
showering or
sounds so
something?
much worse.
And it just she would manage to, like, hold in all that bad toxin. I don't know. So, tell me what you learned, what you Googled.
Well, I just farting through my pores sounds so terrible. Like that's like I would just rather fart. I mean, like that's what it's expected. Like I mean, you just
It's the same thing as if Josh, if you eat a lot of sausage, a lot of, wait, hold on, how do I put this in your language? Quesadillas,
well,
chorizo,
they quarter Mexican. Just-
chorizo. There we go.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm sorry, I'm leaning on the Mexican because that's how I introduce you. But but you eat like that, you get the meat sweats. It comes out your pores
Oh yeah.
just like booze does. So, I mean, you can shit out booze, you can sweat out booze, but if you're holding in your farts, where does that go?
It's a
Really
methane
to
gas.
the hospital.
So yeah, no, you're 100% right. Like it just escapes your body one way or the other.
Yeah,
So if you're just holding that shit in, then you're just exuding methane from your
yeah.
pores, your like everything else. And sounds so much like
Just
I would
rip them.
rather my girl just like fart on me a little bit than just like exude
Not even
methane from
on
your
you, like,
pores.
you know she shits, they all shit, like, they won't ever admit to it until you
Yeah,
went to the bathroom, like, right after they did, and they still won't admit to it. Like,
true.
that's when you get them all out, right? Like, just
Right.
so
Yes.
how is she not farting when she's shitting?
I don't know. I honestly
I know
like
you're not a doctor, but you know what? You have a better education than I do, so that's why I'm asking you this.
well, honestly, like I'm just like, all right, no, you're farting and you just don't know it. I think
Yeah.
she's just claiming that, I never farted in front of my boyfriend, which, hey, good for you. But yeah, you did.
Maybe it was a circumstance where, like, she became allergic to something and then like, went to bed for the next 3 or 4 days. It's like, if you ever been heavily impacted, like, you couldn't shit and that kind of thing, like a rare instance, and then she just admitted she was like, "Oh, I've never farted," that kind of thing, and it could have been that. I don't know. But did you hear about the English lady that got busted and received, community service for sending her ex-boyfriend's girlfriend, like, fart fucking audio? An English woman got in trouble
For
for sending fucking fart voicemails to her new or to her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. Actually received fucking it went to court.
for it,
Yeah,
dude. I love that. Like it was England, like UK.
yeah. So
So they were
the
like
English
wearing powdered wigs and
no, this is
doing.
recently. This is
Yeah, no, but
recently.
they still do that shit. Have you not
Yeah.
seen like English court still does
Do
fucking
they?
powdered wigs, like they're fucking in the Continental Congress, and they're
Fucking idiots. Those
yeah,
things are so flammable. They're so flammable.
it's okay, it's okay. The English, it's okay. Like
Yeah,
seriously,
so
they
he
wear the fucking like powdered wigs. So it's like, dude, get off the powdered wigs. What is up with that?
it's
Super
dumb.
gay. It's
It's
weird.
so old too.
Yeah.
But how does I mean that I'm thinking that could be a problem with the way English weather is because if these girls are just ripping them out in England and the Irish are holding them in,
Yeah.
Just, I mean,
So
kudos to the Irish
that
women.
is
You
how
fucking rule.
global warming started.
I mean, it is up
Well,
near the North Pole.
the Irish do have, I mean, potato farts are, I mean, the English have shit food. So, I mean, God knows what they're, the spotted dick and, an English breakfast and beans on toast. So, fuck them. They're terrible diet.
Beans, fart. They're the musical fruit. The more you eat,
Heinz beans on toast. What the fuck is that?
the more you toot. Dude, we put gravy and beef on ours.
It's shit on a shingle. Let's
Yep.
go.
SOS. Oh, wait, I
You
gotta
have
put this.
any MREs?
No, I don't.
You
Dude,
ate them all?
oh, dude, yeah, dude, I've been out of the army for a minute. They
Well,
do. They were
I was
so
just
high
saying
in
if you
calories.
maybe kept one for, shits and giggles.
I can get you some if you want some.
Well, no, I don't want. I was just seeing if you had any left.
Because I would definitely. My favorite was the Jamaican pork chop, and they only made it for a couple years, and oh, so good. It was a pork chop with
Yeah.
noodles, and it's like this like little sweet barbecue sauce.
Where were
Oh,
you
oh,
when you were eating their Jamaican pork? Were you in Afghanistan?
fuck, nah. I couldn't tell you. I was in for 20 years. I just remember the Jamaican pork chop. It was early on. It was early on,
Yeah,
early 2000s.
I just like to remind everybody that you're a badass. Like
I am not.
you were deployed all over the place. You're a bad motherfucker. So
I
yeah,
appreciate that, man, but I am not. Thank you.
yes you are. Yes, you
I
fucking
am now because I got these big fat
yeah.
titties.
No, you got a hernia. You tried to lift weights and you
2
got a
hernias.
hernia. But you're
2
old
hernias.
just like me. But like at one point in time, you were a bad motherfucker. You were not to be trifled with, sir.
I'm still not to be trifled with.
Well, I mean, I'll
I
trifle
got
with your
big fat
penis
C.
a little bit. It's a,
This thing looks like a bra on the way the camera's sitting.
yeah,
My tank top looks like a bra.
it's all right. It's all right. It's a good looking bra.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Hey, I'd suck them
It
titties.
looks very supportive. In 2013, a Belgian woman
Hey, get us
set
back on
out to
track. Yeah.
pick up a friend in Brussels,
Yeah.
less than 90 miles away from her home. However, due to a GPS error, she drove 900 miles across 5 international borders and found herself in Croatia. It
Hmm.
took her 2 days to realize she had taken a wrong turn. During that time, her son had reported her missing. This is 2013.
So first off, metric system is gay.
It
Like
is,
do
yeah.
miles, and also like do hours. Like how we do things in the United States. Like, hey, how far is this? It's 20 minutes. If somebody had been like, hey, how far is this? It's 90 minutes. She'd have been there. She at like at least at like 180 minutes. She'd be like, okay, obviously. Also, how is Europe even that big? Where the fuck? Like,
Dude, Europe is fucking tiny.
yeah,
And did you know that GPS is provided to the world by the United States of America and its military?
I do not.
US military had GPS first. All right,
Right,
and that's how we did things. Like
all
there
right.
and then us taxpayers pay for it to continually be used. Like maps are wrong all wrong can't even talk. If you go to anywhere else in the world and use GPS, you're using uh
Our
United
shit.
States satellite, yeah, that we're
Yeah.
paying for. That's what it is. And so you're fucking welcome, motherfuckers.
The
And it's
world.
crazy to think that. Yeah,
You're
because
fucking welcome, world.
dude, in order just think about it. Like they've had that for decades,
Yeah.
right? Remember Garmin's and all that other shit that you had to pay for and whatever.
Yes.
Okay, that was just the government dipping their toes in. And then they're like, you know what? We're so far beyond GPS that they can give it to the world for free.
Yeah.
Think about that for a fucking second, bro. That's fucking nuts.
100%. 100. Yes. But seriously, like, If
How
you
the
just
fuck do you drive for 2 days and not realize you're supposed to pick up your friend 90 miles away? Back to
exactly.
that
I
woman.
mean, like you stop at like an hour. Like you're 45 minutes away. You drive for like an hour and a half. You pull over to God, hopefully a Bucky's. Give her a
That's probably
call.
what it was. She got lost in a Buc-ee's. She's like, "Oh, roast
Be
beef."
like, hey, bitch.
The first European Buc-ee's.
But hey, I do appreciate her fucking just like stick to itiveness, if that's a word. Just
She's
be
like,
like,
"This thing ain't wrong."
I got this. This is
She's
100% I'm in, and I'm getting
she's
this bitch.
she's the what's his name? Patrick Dempsey in the Transformer movies. Like, I believe in the robots so
I'm here.
much. They
I'm
will
here and
never
I'm
lead
doing
me
it.
they will never lead me wrong. Yeah, but I mean, the how many jokes come from this because it's a woman? I mean, but I would
All of them.
all
Like, I mean, like, like all of the jokes.
I'd feel bad if I found out she had dementia, but why would you ask someone that was that old to be, "Hey, can you pick
Your
me up?"
co-pilot. Be like, hey, this sounds right to you? It's like, well, I'm 907, and yes, it
This
does.
sounds like my dad making, fucking logistical plans with my ma, and nobody else is involved. 'Cause, they're in their 80s now. I love them to death, but unless there's somebody else to be like a middleman, it just gets fucking if dad's not going just down the street and back,
Yeah.
it gets yeah, he's going 900 miles out of the fucking way. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's
Jim
yeah,
at some point may be like, this doesn't seem right. Like,
they
I'm
got
in
good wood
fucking
down
West
there.
Virginia. It's
They
like,
got good
I was
wood.
going to Tulsa. Like, yep, took a wrong turn, sir.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Josh, when was the last time you been to a zoo?
Oh shit. Like honestly, it wasn't that long ago.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Which zoo?
what year is it?
2025.
All right, so it was like
Just
2022.
we're just in.
Like I went on a field no, yeah, like no shit. Okay. It's like 2019. Like I went on a field trip to the
You
zoo,
were
to
a
the Houston Zoo.
what do they call it? A
I was
sponsor?
a PE teacher
Oh,
at the time. Yeah, it was
it
before
may
COVID. So yeah, time flies when you're having fun, or not. But yeah, no, it was. I was doing a PE thing, or
okay.
yeah, and well, I mean, I wasn't doing a PE thing, but it was like we all
You were
just went.
making the kids climb up the
Yeah,
fucking rope on and then
absolutely. I was
maybe
like,
if they
go
fell,
see
they
which one of
fall.
y'all little fuckers can feed yourself to that big cat.
So you were a chaperone for a zoo
I was
trip.
chaperoning at the Houston Zoo in like 2019. It was wonderful. So much fun. I love a zoo. I love a zoo. Like I think I would like to be a zookeeper if that's I don't know if that's still on the table.
He's
Like, I
gonna
don't know
go
how you
from
do that. I don't know how you become that.
security to fucking
It's
wait,
like,
how did Paul Blart go? How did
yeah.
his You're gonna have to
How
do
do you become
UFC.
a zookeeper?
You're gonna have
Well,
to do UFC at one point and
well,
then be
so
a zookeeper.
it was it spawns from Ralph. Like Ralph loved the zoo. Like Ralph went to the Oklahoma City Zoo
Who's
like
Ralph?
way back in the Ralph, my dad,
Yeah.
like way back in the day. Um, like he loved the animals. There was a gorilla named Makubwa, like a very famous fucking like silverback gorilla. And like my dad went to the zoo so much that like him and Makubwa became friends. And yeah,
No shit.
yeah. And he heard all the stories about like all the shit and that Makubwa like was doing. Like there was one day like the zookeeper like messed up and he got in between Makubwa and like his cage. This was Oklahoma City Zoo before. This was like in the 70s. It was like old school, like before it was like all open and
It
shit. This
wasn't
new,
plexi, it was just like a cage with
yeah, just
just
like straight
bars. It
up
would
a
look like a
cage.
jail. Yeah.
Yeah, just like a yeah. Which yeah,
Is
yeah,
it? I don't know. I don't know.
I can see how they got that. Yeah, but yeah,
Can't-
they were like, I think they'll be comfortable.
Fuck you.
So
So
Makuba
Makuba,
Makuba had a
Makuba,
tire swing in his cage,
yeah.
and like he would like just sit up on that and just like rock himself, like he'd push himself against the wall and just like fucking, and then rats would like crawl across his cage, and he would get pissed off, and he'd like jump down, bite their heads off, and just throw them against the wall. So Makuba was a
Was this
psychopath.
all in view of visitors?
Yes, yeah. This was the
Way,
70s. Oklahoma
way to go.
City Zoo, 70s. Makuba just out there fucking around. And
And
anyway,
then
so
they
my
get
dad's
fucking
buddy.
Tiger King in the 2000s. Way to go.
Hey, I also saw him before he was a thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Everyone has. Everyone has a story about that motherfucker ever since he came out on Netflix.
So
Go
yeah,
back to
so
Makuba.
Makuba. So at one point in time, the zookeeper, like, he fucked up and like kept the gates open wrong, and Bakuba was walking into his pen when the zookeeper was like in the pen and trying to get out, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And like the zookeeper just like lays down, and Makuba looks at him for a minute. It's like trying to decide, am I gonna fucking rip this motherfucker in half? And he just ends up walking over him, and I mean, he ends up like busting a few ribs, but like he just walked over him and let him live. And he was like, "All right, thank you, Makupa. You didn't kill me." But
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Dude,
funny thing, Makuba ended up at the Houston Zoo, and my dad
he
got to see him
followed you
one last fucking time.
like Jaws. He followed you
Yeah,
like Jaws, the Jaws family.
absolutely.
Because
Jaws
you
4.
guys you guys were from Oklahoma City
I am
to
100%
fucking
Michael Caine.
Houston. Yep. Wait, no, Michael Caine was already down there.
Okay.
You are Michael, the older brother in Jaws, because the younger brother dies
Yeah.
in Jaws 4 at the very beginning,
Yes.
and that's what makes the mom go down to the Caribbean with the older brother Michael
Right.
and Van Peebles, Mario Van
Mario.
Peebles. Remember Mario Van Peebles in Jaws 4? Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll
And
be
then
Michael
yeah,
Caine later. I just want to be
you're
Michael
not
Caine.
Michael Caine. You're the Michael other guy. I don't remember his name. He looked like
I just want to
Jason
be Michael
Patrick.
Caine once.
No, you can't. You
Even
got to
in
lose a
Dirty
whole
Rotten
lot of weight and
Scoundrels,
become British. Oh my god, that's such a great fucking movie.
it's so good.
But
Rupert. I'm always
talking
Rupert.
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
It's such a good movie.
Excuse me. May I go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dude, the timing on it is fucking
Oh,
perfection.
fucking beautiful.
Like
It's
how
Steve
long he
Martin.
waits on it.
Fucking great. Oh,
Steve Martin,
beautiful.
national treasure.
Comedic genius.
National
So the
treasure.
zoos. Before we go, I want to talk about one more thing, those zoos.
Yes, sir.
There were 5 parrots that were separated at a zoo because they were swearing at visitors and then
Yeah,
laughing with each other. And I don't know what zoo this is, but why would you separate that? Why? That is an attraction.
that is absolutely. That is
Uh,
100%. You should put that on your ticket. Like, I mean, it's like the seal shows, the sea lions, like
yeah.
playing with balls. I do
Yeah.
have to wonder, are they African grays?
The parrots? I have
Yeah,
no idea.
the African gray parrots. Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. Quit making it like that.
Also, it did bring to mind uh Dumbo and the crows, like how they talk shit to Dumbo up on the line.
Oh, yeah, that has been clearly, like, proven that as the crows and Dumbo are horribly racist. Do you realize how short Dumbo is? Like, that movie is dude,
It's really short. Yeah.
it's like an hour long or
Yeah, they
less
they
than, something
packed a
like that.
lot of hurt in that 1 hour.
Oh, god
They're like,
damn,
hey,
dude.
yeah, let's just take this
We're talking
elephant
about
from his
parrots.
mother and just fucking shit on him for an hour, and then we'll
Yeah.
put something happy at the end. So what the fuck is
It's not even
supposed to be?
happy. The whole
Yeah,
fucking
then we'll
movie
put some
sucks, dude.
racist African gray
fucking
Oh wait,
crows and
it's just
Jim Crows, they're all crows, fucking whatever.
yeah, no, that's what
Disney
I
was
was just
racist as shit.
wondering if those African greys were influenced by the Dumbo crows, because you know
It's
they're being
Disney, dude,
dicks
anything is possible, but
at this point.
these 5 parrots, dude, c okay, they had to learn it from somewhere,
Yeah,
the wherever these parrots are, there's a group of fucking dudes, because it's dudes, it's not fucking girls. Girls aren't fucking teaching these parrots or anything, and
yeah, so
it's
yeah,
like the old fucking, Brewer bit when they're, like, talking with the goat.
yeah.
It's just these dudes going to this fucking parrot or maybe somebody who works there and just teaching these things. Fucked up shit. Oh,
So
dude,
did you
I would pay to
did you
go to
ever
that.
watch NYPD Blue?
Of course,
Okay,
Sepowitz.
do you
I
remember
wa what
the last season?
No, I don't
Eddie.
remember.
All right. Well, the last season, Eddie, who like Sipowicz was, he was like a night watch guy, and Sipowicz dated his niece. You can look it up. But in the
Caruso was in the original. Was he
yes,
original
he was
NYPD
the
Blue?
original. David Caruso was the in season one and a
Yeah,
half, and
and
thought like
Sipowicz.
you would do better.
Dude, it was on USAA, and I remember the first 2 at least the first season, they could show boobies if it
Yeah.
was a dead body.
Oh yeah. No, it was absolutely like
It was so gross, dude.
they
I
were
don't
like
know
we put
why.
ass and tits on this show,
Yeah,
and it's on
it
ABC on
but
prime time.
only if it was dead. It
Yeah.
was weird,
Yeah. It was a
right? You
very
remember
weird
that
yeah.
shit? That was
Oh,
fucking weird.
absolutely, yeah, no. I
On
was sitting there
primetime
watching it with
regular
Ralph, and I was
television.
like, "What the fuck is happening? This is so weird."
I
And
was like, "I
also,
saw tits.
it's like, "I need to go upstairs and watch Red Shoes Diaries, so
I
calm
need to
down."
go over to the Deneen's house and find their jet pool," and we
Yeah,
never even talked about that.
I
We can
need
talk
to go
about it now because nobody is listening this far in. How we used to fuck the fucking pool jet in my parents' pool, and then everyone that's why no one else would come out swimming afterwards. I figured that out. They knew what we were doing.
smart of them, yeah.
Yeah.
We thought we were super slick, like,
Yeah.
nobody's noticing this.
"Look at these bugs on the
Yeah,
side of
it's
the pool."
like, "Are these guys fucking the
Dude,
pool?"
we were
Nobody saw
fucking
that. Yeah, they
we
all
were
saw it. You know what?
children.
It was worth it. I love that pool.
We
I
were I
still
dude,
I still have times where I'm like, I got a pool."
we were we were
It's like
children
best
going
contract
through
I ever saw.
we
Damn.
were children going through puberty, and it figured out somehow that if you leaned over the side of the pool and let the water jet that would keep
Yeah.
the water moving in the pool so
Well,
you could
it was
create algae.
100% like because it was an
If
above
if
ground
that
pool.
jet if that jet hit you directly in your dick at a certain
Yeah.
point for so amount of time, dude, I don't even think I was even producing anything at the time that I figured that out. Be
Yeah. We
but
just were just like
yeah.
we
Fucking
had no
like,
idea what was happening, but we were like,
there's
the best thing is ever
15 fucking windows from anyone inside the house that can see us just
yeah.
leaning over the
And
side
we're
of the
like,
fucking
oh,
pool.
I got water in my nose.
Yeah, right there by the jet, huh?
Yeah,
The
every
only
time.
jet in the pool. We're fucking
Oh, we
retarded,
were
dude.
dirty. We were dirty.
Uh,
We were dirty. It was
brother,
hey, it's worth it. It's fucking worth it.
it was
Hey, I'll tell you, there's times I'm like above ground pool.
that's why my like, there'd be certain days, like, the little chlorine thing would be, like, extra chlorined. Like, "Dad, why are you putting so much chlorine in the pool?"
It's
"Well,
like because
probably because you've been fucking jizzing in it, son."
because there's a quart of sixth graders jizz in the
In
pool.
my fucking pool.
Like
And
most
my
of it's
parents
just air, but
they're
there's a little bit
talking to
of
me
stuff.
about it.
Yeah.
They're not I don't never got the fucking talk, man. It never happened.
You know, that was fun, and you know what also was fun? The game where we did the sliding, the baseball game we played,
Yeah, that was
sliding
the
and
best game in
tagging,
the world.
and we had jizz all just floating around us.
By the way, alright, before we go, we're gonna explain this game, and that's gonna be the end.
The jizz
We
game?
had it yeah, no, no, the baseball game.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's way
We
better.
had
Way better.
what it was is we had 2 people inside the pool, and, one was a
There was a
catcher,
catcher.
and an umpire, and then we had somebody on the deck, and the person on the deck would sprint and then dive into the water feet first like a baseball player sliding into a base, and the, uh the catcher wasn't allowed to go under, neither was the umpire, or the umpire could go under beforehand, but the catcher could not go under the water before the person hit the water,
Yeah, he
and so they had to
simulated having to catch the ball.
yeah, simulate having to catch the ball, go under the water, and make the tag underwater, and the umpire had to make the call, and if we wanted to argue a wrong call, you had to argue it underwater. So we'd be underwater going
Right, hold on, I gotta
yeah,
contemplate this
yeah.
when I go over to this jet.
I'm so tired. I
I
gotta
gotta,
go
I
over to
gotta think
this
about it.
jet.
I gotta think about it for. Yeah.
Okay, I was out. I was out.
It's like,
You're right.
I can't remember. You say for
I don't care. I'm gonna go change my shorts. Well, Josh, thank you so much for doing this, man. I love you
anytime,
so
brother.
much, man.
No, love you, buddy.
God, I mean, we've got so much more to get to with our friendship, but this was a great time.
I
I
like
love you,
you.
brother.
I appreciate you trying to keep us on topic. We did a terrible job of it, but you tried to direct us the best way
Yeah,
you could. Uh, so
I don't care. We can always go back and look at
yeah,
this, or
yeah,
our kids can
100%.
go back and look at this
Yeah,
after
we
we
can.
pass and be like, "Oh my god, my father used to fuck a pool jet."
s-
And
He
then
did.
play
He did. Couple times.
baseball in it.
Couple times a week.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I wanted to know that.
I
Love
love
you,
you,
buddy.
brother.
All
Take it
right,
easy,
man.
man.
You too. Love you.